Schools function using communication. Everything is communication. And on a campus our size, you have nearly 2,500 students spread over half a kilometre of campus, 2 major buildings. You have the internal communication that happens between secretaries, heads of school, heads of faculty, the teaching staff, the student, and then you have the inside-outside external communication from parents. Very, very important to have a good communication centre with the parents. Getting messages to teachers about children being late, children needing to be picked up early, this child's forgotten his lunch. Important daily things that are important for students and teachers and parents. So communication is very important for our school. We had a voice over IP phone system installed in the school. We didn't put a phone in every teacher's class, but key staff members in the school had their own phone, and staff were able to walk when they needed a telephone to communicate with someone to that phone and then borrow it. It was a shared phone. Voicemail you had to go to the phone and check it. So contacting parents was slightly more difficult, more like a normal school. Our school's 4 stories high. This building that we're in now, the new building as well, is also 4 stories high. So sometimes someone on the 4th level needed to speak to someone on the bottom floor, say the nurses' station. It's a matter of sending notes or waiting till recess or lunch to go and speak to them. So while most schools can relate to that, because most schools have that, we all have that problem. All the teachers had email. Sometimes you need an immediate answer, or sometimes you need to ring a parent quickly about something. We decided to go ahead and put into place, when we were upgrading our equipment, the opportunity for teachers to have the soft phone solution. For example, making every computer in every teacher's class in the primary school and junior school a telephone. So giving them that ability to quickly, just one touch, contact the school nurse, contact the music specialist secretary to coordinate specialist lessons, contact the deputy principal about something, contact the front desk or parent, have their own parent contact list on the PC or laptop, so they can just double click on a parent and ring them when they like. That's one of the benefits. After being in the building for 6 years, it was a new building in 2003, we came to the realisation that the single voice over IP box that we had that controlled all our telecommunications in the school was now 5 or 6 years old. Maintenance costs and support costs were fairly expensive. It had never failed, it had never hiccuped too badly in the 5 or 6 years we'd had it, but we felt that it was time to upgrade the equipment. Also, there was the fear that if it did go, the whole school would lose telecommunications, and we didn't know how long that would take. We didn't want to have that risk. We had a new building coming online that needed a core infrastructure of switches. We thought, let's do everything all at once. We'll bundle in that as well as our voice over IP phone system. We looked at 3 different options. We had a generic Chinese brand as well included, fairly cheaper solution. Didn't quite suit all our needs. We looked at 3Coms, definitely 3Coms. I mean, all our core infrastructure is 3Coms. It works well. We were happy to integrate the services and the support and the maintenance with our current setup. It was going to fit in well. The solution fit well with what we currently had in the school, and there were some extra bits and pieces that came along with the product, and one of them was the soft phone, one of them was the unified communications, the ability to have your voicemails redirected to your Exchange server and emailed to appear in your inbox every time you have a voice message. There were several companies that had solutions and switches and devices that we could have used. Knowing that 3Com worked well, that the switches worked well, rarely failed, knowing that the support was there when we desperately needed it, there was someone I could call and who could talk us through. That, I think, was the tipping point. Knowing also that if you have one set of hardware that is all the same brand and all the same make, and you know that it's reliable, why choose something else? Unless there was going to be something extraordinary about the other product, which there wasn't. So we were quite happy to go with 3Com. The pricing was just right for us, and the product did what it was promising. We installed the system last July, and we ran a 6-month trial with 2 grade levels of our soft phone, for example. That was one of the benefits that we wanted to do. And teachers did find it useful if they needed to contact parents. I think the ROI for us was the increased communication and hopefully making life a little bit easier for parents and teachers. Parents have the ability to call the teacher or leave a message for the teacher. We don't let the teachers be distracted by a phone call in the class, but the voicemail will go straight to their inbox, so the parents can see automatically automatically they have voicemail waiting for them. By the end of the day, they can get back in contact with the parents without leaving the classroom if they need to, if it's urgent. The phone system itself carried on faultlessly. Staff didn't notice a big change when we switched the switch. The phones functioned just as well as before. We had a large peace of mind in the fact that we now had a redundant phone system. If one of the boxes failed, the other one took over. We have 2 server rooms at the school, 500 metres apart. We have one of the phone boxes, or the VCX phone boxes, in each server room with a heartbeat monitor for each one. So if one dies, the other one takes over straight away, and which did happen in December. So phones are very important. Having that peace of mind to know that if one of them dies, the other one will kick in. Sigh of relief. Expansion, I think. Expansion is the current thing that we're looking at. We have another building coming online, a dedicated year 10, 11, 12 campus building that's going to be finished about next April. That facility's going to have a fantastic core backbone and infrastructure set up. Our core switches will remain in the current 2 server rooms, and we'll just be putting edge switches in our new building. It's between the 2 other buildings. We are looking at deploying hard phones for the staff offices. Secondary staff have their own office, so that if we put in 5 phones between perhaps 12 or 15 staff, that's more than ample. If staff need to have their own soft phone, we'll be able to give them their own soft phone. We have enough licenses for that. So it's more an expansion model than an increasing amount of services for the school. As long as communication's there, it's something that we can roll out. And I should add that this is a project we've been rolling out this term. It's 5 weeks into it. We have installed it on approximately 50 staff members' computers and laptops. Training's still happening and still coming. It's an ongoing process, and I think depending on the evaluation of it, we'll determine what level of expansion we go to.